Today, we're making Spam fried rice sushi. It's gonna be freaking ridiculous, and you need to stay tuned to see how it turns out. But I promise it's gonna blow your mind.
All right.
What are we doing?
I'm gonna start with making our fried rice. We're gonna put a little oil in. You can use normal vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you have. I'm gonna do a little bit of bacon fat because that's what I have, and it tastes delicious. So, as you can see, I've already used some with a fork because that's. I don't want to dirty a spoon. That's probably more than I need, but whatever. I might have to add normal oil to it too. Looks like a lot, but this is fried rice, and I'm not using a wok, so kind of got to use a little more oil than you would think. All right, while that's heating up, I should be cutting up this onion. And this is the bad side of the cutting board. We learned this lesson.
Oh, you don't want to get your finger cut off?
Yeah. You can cut this up as big or as small as you want. I kind of like it a little on the smaller side. I probably don't need all of this onion. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need all of it. That's pretty big onion. So that oil is hot, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the onion in. Okay, so let's stir that up a little bit. You know what? Cut up the rest of the onion. Why not? Let's make it oniony today. I'm going to throw the rest of that in there. Just want to saute this until it's somewhat soft and turn it down. You want to fry this kind of fast, but I need to get my garlic cut up. You can leave garlic out too. Sometimes I don't put it in there, but I like onion and garlic combo in this. Okay, I'm just going to throw that in there. Okay. Stir it around a little bit. Maybe put a little bit of normal, regular oil on it. Because that bacon fat doesn't have as high of a smoke point as normal vegetable oil, so it can burn a little easier. Now we're going to shake some red pepper flakes in it. Just a little bit. That's probably a lot of bit. You can add more if you want. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Push it to the side. And then I'm going to crack some eggs.
I smell it.
Yeah, with like bacon and onions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh crap, I messed this one up. Nope, that's okay. No shell, luckily. You don't really want those to stick. You can mix this up ahead of time, like the eggs in a pan or like a bowl, like scramble them. But I like to just do it directly in the pan. I think it's pretty cool. Because you get little egg white parts and you get some of their yolks. And just stir it around a little bit. You need to use the non-stick. See, those eggs are sticking, but they come out pretty easily. And when they're somewhat set, you can go ahead and incorporate those onions into it. Okay, push that to the side. Looks like the onions and the eggs and everything absorbed all the oil, so you need a little bit more. Right there, let it heat up for a second. Then we're going to get our rice. A little over 2 cups. I'll use that much. How about that?
How about that?
Just going to shake the excess that's stuck to my hands, because I use my hands because I'm a maniac. Dump the rice in.
Maniac.
And just kind of try to incorporate those eggs. We didn't want to get them that brown, but it's okay if they get a little brown like that. I got confused about how to measure the rice. I normally just dump rice in here until I think it's enough. I'm trying to do this for you, the people, though, so you know how much I'm putting in here. You know,
People. They do.
So
They do for the people. So you're ready for office, I guess.
no, I'm
Office
not.
of YouTube. Mayor of YouTube.
You could add more oil to this, but since it's non-stick, you don't have to. It's alright. Just keep stirring it around, incorporating the eggs and the onions and stuff into the rice, breaking up any clumps of rice you see. Just saute this for like 4 or 5 minutes or so, so you warm up all the rice.
I smell it now.
Yeah, I used jasmine rice today. I said whatever kind of rice you want to use. You can use whatever kind of rice you have left over in the fridge.
Right.
sushi rice, whatever, like the small grain rice. I mean, you could use, not sushi rice like with the vinegar and stuff on it. You could use that too, I guess, if you want, just whatever. Actually, if you have that, you can just make the sushi with that if you want the Spam, the rest of it. But I wanted to put fried rice in it because I'm feeling hefty today.
We're going over the top. Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Alright, this is looking pretty good. Looks pretty mixed, pretty warm through. All the rice is warm, getting a little fried. Now it's time for seasoning. Soy sauce. I don't know how much of this. I just pour it till it looks good. Maybe like a tablespoon. I'm not going to put a lot of soy sauce because I think it kind of overpowers everything. All the parts that don't have soy sauce in them, just mix them in.
You think we're going to get taken down for copyright infringement because there's a Spider-Man? YouTube's going to figure out that we have a Spider-Man on our video?
I would like to see that happen. That's ridiculous. Yeah, you can buy all this stuff, but do not ever put it in anything that you make. For film, anything. I'm going to taste it first, actually. Let's taste it. That's pretty good. Put just another little touch of soy sauce. And then salt. I don't want to put all soy sauce, I'm going to put salt as well. Yeah, this is salty, but it's fried rice. It's supposed to be salty. You're going to eat it with super salty Spam. This is the saltiest thing we've ever made. It's going to be great. Okay, that's done. This is done. While that's cooling down, we can go ahead and make our sauce. That's for the Spam Musubi. It's kind of like a teriyaki sauce. You need equal parts of every one of these ingredients. So I'm going to do a 1/4 cup. So you're going to need a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of mirin. Oh god, this is like syrup mirin. Should have bought more of that, I forgot.
Has it been in there for a while or something?
It's been in the fridge. It says to refrigerate it, so it like thickened up. Because this is like a special type of mirin apparently. It's got a ton of sugar in it.
Huh.
So if you have this kind of mirin, it's called Koteri mirin. Maybe use a little less sugar. Don't use a 1/4 cup of sugar. Usually, if you have normal mirin, you do a 1/4 cup of this, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of sugar. This is way more sauce I'm going to need. I'm going to use a little less than a 1/4 cup of sugar because that mirin is very sweet. So that's about half. This seems like a lot of sugar. Maybe I'll use less. I don't know. That's what they said online. Never made this before. I just seen it made a lot and I was like, it looks delicious. So let's try it. It's not going to dissolve 100%, but it'll be alright. Alright, that's good for now. Set it aside. You can actually heat that up in a pan if you want. It'll dissolve the sugar.
So that's the sauce for the Spam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Set that aside. Now we can get to the actual Spam. I'm using normal Spam. Maybe I should have got low sodium, but this is what I got today. They even make a teriyaki Spam. I guess you could just use that.
Oh, yeah, you could use that without making a sauce.
It's kind of close, I think. Ugh, it's looking extra white today. What was it he said? The gravy's extra runny today.
Yeah, the bread pudding's extra runny today. Oh,
That's gross.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna cut it in like 8 pieces. So what I'm gonna do is cut it in half, like lengthwise, and then cut that in half. I'll do 4, then cut those in half. Is that right? Half, half, half. Yeah. My math made sense at some point.
Whatever you think.
It's just easier for me to get them about equal if I do it this way instead of cutting them all like that size. I'd probably mess up. I like sticks. Spam
What is Spam? Is it
like
a hot dog kind of thing?
It's like leftover pork products of some kind. There we go. That's not. See, I didn't even cut those straight, but whatever. It'll be fine. Save the can. We're gonna rinse it out. We're gonna make our sushi in this because I don't have a mold for that for making this. So okay. I'm gonna use the can as the mold. So I'm gonna rinse out with a little soap and water. There's a bunch of like fat and gross stuff in here, you know. So I'm just gonna rinse it out real quick. Okay, that's good. Now I should have had this on, but I didn't.
We're just trying to.
I'm gonna put it about on medium on that one, 6 or maybe a little higher. I don't know how hot that one gets, and let it heat up. Okay, that's getting pretty warm. So I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of oil. All right, that's good. Let's throw these in there. Hopefully this pan's big enough for all of them, or we'll have to do batches. I'm just gonna throw them all in. We'll just move them around. Just gonna brown it up, move them around, the ones on the edge, so they can brown better. Actually, I might do this, because I'm gonna thicken the sauce up in the microwave. Even though we're not supposed to microwave in these bowls, I don't care. I've done it before. So I'm gonna microwave it for like 30 seconds. Yep, it's definitely warm. Or the bowl's melting, one of the two. That looks clear. It's actually like a little syrupy looking. Alright, I'm gonna check the one in the middle. I think it'll probably be ready. I could have gave it more time, but that's alright. I usually use a fork or my fingers for this, but I'm trying not to burn myself today. Just flip that one around. See, these tongs like break it up. I'm not using that. I'm gonna use my hand. Now they're stuck. Yeah, they're stuck to each other. Yeah, see, it doesn't tear it up as much as those tongs. I don't know why. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little better. I want it to be a little browner than that on both sides. So I put these a little early. You just cook it to as brown as you want, basically. If you think you want to make it browner, go ahead and make it browner.
No, this is before you put the sauce on.
Yeah, you need to saute it up because you want to warm it through and you want to give it some texture. Because the sauce will just make it like sticky, you know. This will give it a little crunch if you do this part. All right, these are all pretty brown. That's kind of what I want. Maybe turn it down a little bit. I'm gonna spoon this sauce over the top. Yeah, you might want to turn it down a little bit in your pan because it's gonna do that. Okay, that's enough for now.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And just flip it over. Maybe turn your pan down a little bit because it's thickening up pretty fast. Get all the Spam pieces in there nice and coated. It's going to make like a syrupy kind of glaze on it. See? I usually eat some of this Spam while I make it. But I really want to, but now it's all got this on here.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah, it does, but it's going to be like napalm. I can't eat it right now because this is like really hot sugar and stuff.
Man, that smells really good.
And just stir it around. That's it for this. And then we can assemble it. We gotta let it cool down because I don't want to burn my fingers off. Turn it off and you're good. I have some excess sauce, so maybe I need to cut down the recipe by like a half of that.
Yeah, let me see. There you go. Yeah, I got a little bit left.
I use about half of what I made, so
okay.
I think that's plenty. This looks like a lot of sauce. So, all right, our stuff is kind of cooled down. I tested it a minute ago, and I think I burned my finger pretty good. So, I think it's cool now.
Be careful.
Let's cut up our nori sheets now. I tried to cut up some a minute ago, and I messed them up. So, let's cut these up in thirds. Try to cut it straight. It's easier to do this with scissors because this stuff is like really brittle. So if you try to cut it with a knife, I don't think it would work out too well. Terrible nori cutter. We'll set that aside for now. Let's get a little plastic wrap. Okay.
Oh, what if you use two of them? Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to, but if you crisscross them together, they might be able to keep it in there more than just a single piece of nori.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Tell me what you're doing.
Loading this thing up with some rice. Let's pack our rice down now. It doesn't work very well for this because you need to, maybe I'll just grab two of them. Press at the same time. Because if I press it on one side, it pushes it to the other side.
Oh.
So. Solved it. Just took us a lot. Well, it's rounded on the bottom, so it's not perfect, but it's better than it was.
Yeah.
All right, grab one of these things. Try to get some sauce on it. Oh, God, they're all stuck to the pan. Oh, look at that. Some sauce on it. Put it down. In there, the sauce will kind of help it stick to the rice. Let's go ahead and take it out. Once you get it down, if you've never made sushi, I have, but I'm really terrible at it. It gets a little easier. Let's get a big sheet. Let's do a big sheet. That's shiny. Okay.
There you go. The other key to the technique that we just realized is that you're gonna have rice that falls out. You gotta just press it back in there.
Okay. Then we gotta wet our sides, right?
Flip it in.
Like that. And then wet it.
Yeah, wet the parts that touch each other.
A lot of water there. A lot of water on that one. And then wrap. See, it's already falling out, but that's okay. We're gonna fix it. And then right here, put a little water on the seam. And there. And then just
This is the other key.
push it back in. If it wants to fall out, just let it fall. It's okay. Try to push as much back in there as you can, though. Another big chunk just fell out. All right, I'm calling that good for the plate. I'm just gonna eat these.
All right.
Fried rice is apparently a little hard to put in a roll. Who would have known? That's probably why no one makes this. But give it a try. It kind of worked for me. If it doesn't work for you, just eat it on top of the just pull like a big bowl of fried rice and throw that on top of it.
You throw some nori sheet in there, you got a sushi bowl.
The same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It just you don't have to get all the hard technique of actually making the sushi because apparently it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to go eat this.
All right.
Oh, that fried rice is good.
Mahalo, my dude. Mahalo, my dude.
I'm ready to dig in. I'm ready to dig in. I'm ready to dig in.
All right.
We're back in the
Mahalo, my dudes.
back in the lab again.
We didn't do any vegetarian food today, so.
He actually touched meat for the first
I'm over
time
here like a rabbit.
in like what? I don't know, a
It's been a long
few years.
time. It was the last time that I had this, actually. I got in the garb.
He's been touring.
He's been true today, for real. And
I'm ready to dig in.
do it.
Which one should I start with? I'm gonna start on the right side. This one has a lot of nori
I
though.
want everybody to see what he crafted here.
Oh yeah, I made a little rose.
Yeah.
I thought
was like, where did he go? He left for like half an hour.
it
while I
was like
setting
it was
stuff
like
up.
4 or 5 minutes of doing it. I was cleaning the plate because
like,
this is
He's really
seriously
quiet. Where
this
did he go?
is really like a pain. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick
I
up.
need this fan.
No, see, it's already falling apart.
Okay.
Go ahead and bite in.
What
Oh man.
do you think?
Oh man.
Well, you questioned it
It
before.
was like sushi at first, but then I got Spam. That ain't sushi to me, but it is in this because I don't know where
Fat
I'm at.
Americans.
I see what you're doing, Hawaii. I see it. So
You
we
like
made
it?
it even worse. We put fried rice in it.
But what do you think? You like it?
It's so good.
Yeah, you like it? He was saying before, because I don't know how he's going to edit it after this, but like I don't know. A long time ago, I had made sushi. We made veggie sushi at some point. I don't know. But he didn't know about you had to put water on the nori to get it to stick together. So, and also the fried rice does not clump like sushi rice does.
So good.
So you're gonna have to be careful when you make
see
this.
that? See
so
that?
it just falls
yeah,
out.
you
Yeah.
try to push it together, it just does that.
So maybe a sushi bowl would have been a better option.
you should have just put all the rice in there and put this on top.
You could maybe
And then if you want to make it sushi, I guess put some nori in there on the bottom.
since sushi bowls are now hot, they're a hot thing. If you have a sushi bowl coming to your neighborhood, a restaurant, then you know what to
No, I
add.
think it's poke. Okay, no.
Oh yeah, I thought this was a
That's
sushi
basically
bowl.
what that is. Yeah. I don't want to mess up my rose. But
Oh, the rose such a clatter.
there we go. I'm gonna use just a little bit just to clear my palate. All right, I'm gonna get up one that's not as dark. Those are really dark because they sat in the pan for a long time.
I like how I used to wait to eat after the video, but now I'm just like I don't care.
See, if you get a piece of nori that's the same size as and length as the Spam,
Yeah.
it won't fall out. Because that's what these over here that one over here was, but I still got a little fallout.
So, if you want to be pretty, you could do what he did. But if you don't care, just cut the Spam up and throw it in the bowl with the fried rice, and you're gonna be.
I mean,
Yeah,
we kind of
right.
made this Spam fried rice, but like the sauce on here it's like sweet, salty, and like it's really good. It's basically like teriyaki.
Where did this come from? I mean, I got my Ace Ventura garb on today, but
Hawaii.
okay, so this is a Hawaiian.
It's a Hawaiian like fusion dish between Japanese, obviously the sushi part, which we didn't make sushi rice. We did fried rice because we're flipping it up.
Oh, on its head. Oh yeah.
Oh God,
You like
I
that?
didn't think it was. I knew it was gonna be all right, but like, God,
Before
together.
I became vegetarian, I had this a long time ago, like 10 years ago in Hawaii, and I was like, you know what? You should make this because he was talking about Spam. I was like, you should make Spam sushi.
You told me that, and then I immediately thought I want to put fried rice in it. I want to make this as total American fat version as possible, and it works. It's delicious. Technically, it doesn't stay together very well, but that's fine. It tastes delicious. I'm going to eat the rest of that with my hand, not just trying not to in the video.
And you chose this because, I don't remember, you just said something about...
I don't know, you brought it up like last week. Maybe I should make this. And I was like, yeah, let's make that. I love Spam. I love sushi. Like, let's try it out. Glad I did, because this is delicious. It's hard for me to eat. I'm trying not to eat all of these. It's really filling.
It's really good?
That's half a can of Spam.
Is that a lot?
Yes.
Difficulty-wise, I think that this one may be like... I'd say it was easy until you started putting it together.
Yeah, definitely. I'd give this a medium just for that. If you've never made sushi, like I haven't ever really made it. And I didn't know the sticking the stuff on there to get the water to get the stick and like rolling it. I've never done that. So, and my hands are not, I don't have surgeon's hands.
What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, like I don't have I got like just bare claws. I just go everywhere. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands half the time. They're just here. Like I just swat stuff around. Like I don't, like a kitty cat.
Stupidest thing I've ever seen. All right. Well, the whole flipping it or whatever, trying to get it together, it takes a technique. The first couple are going to be terrible, so you're going to like dump it back in the pot and start over again.
Or throw them onto the plate like I did.
Don't put them on your fancy plates until you got it squared away. Otherwise, you're going to be cleaning your plate a few times. You have to put your little water on the nori, and then on both sides that come together, and then they'll fuse, and then it's good. But the rice, because I guess it's because it's got oil in it, it like just goes everywhere. So you gotta like pack the rice back in.
Yeah, that's like 600 calories just in Spam.
Well,
so fried rice.
That's not too bad.
That's like 800 calories of food. That's why I feel really full right now. Like after eating 3, normally you don't get 4 of them. I think you get like 2.
I think I had 1.
Yeah, like they're really filling.
Yeah. Cost. How much does this cost? I don't know. How much does Spam cost? I don't even know.
I think it's like, where I bought it, I think it's a little higher, but I think it's around $2 to $3 a can.
Wow, so this thing costs like under $5 for this whole meal.
Yeah, less than that. Because I only put 2 eggs in it. The eggs, I got them for like 60 cents for a dozen or something. So,
yeah.
Yeah, it's way less than, it's like under $4.
Wow. Okay, and that would feed.
That's because I got.
How many pieces do you have left?
This is half of what I made. I could have made. I might need to make a little more rice. Actually, I don't know. I need to look how much is in there.
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say.
We only used about half of it, right?
Because you might use a little more rice. Yeah.
I put a little too much rice in some of them, and that's why they fell apart. Like the ones with a little less stayed together a little better.
So if you don't need that much rice. If you like more rice, make a little bit more rice.
If you don't have enough rice, I don't know. Just eat the Spam by itself. It's delicious. I was trying not to do that while we were assembling it.
That's true.
Just don't dip your hands if it's still hot.
One thing you could do if you want to make these is like, if you want to make like, if you're making party favors, if you're doing like Super Bowl stuff, you could cut the Spam thinner even, and you could make twice as many.
Yeah, you could. It's just, I was trying to do it by halving it and halving and halving.
Or you could go even more overboard, and you could cut it like into quarters, and then like make little bitty ones.
Good. You gotta flip it over. My hands can't turn that much.
That's gonna be our cover right there. Either that or my Mahalo shirt. Substitutions. I don't know. What else would you do on
You could do different kinds of Spam. Or you could do ham, bacon.
How would that work?
I don't know. You could figure it out. Just cut it up in like little pieces of bacon. Maybe lay them out. Like
that flat. Would work. Yeah.
That would work. But the sauce would be kind of weird. See, I don't know about the sauce. So you can buy Spam that's like flavored with teriyaki already, which basically what we made is teriyaki, kind of. So you could do that actually. Yeah. You could just buy that without having to, if you don't want to make the sauce. You don't have the ingredients, like you don't have mirin or soy sauce or sugar. You can just buy that.
What about like green stuff?
What?
Would you? What about like an avocado slice on it or something?
I mean, I've never heard of that. We're making California rolls there?
I mean, yes.
I mean, you could put, it's already a lot of fat. You could put an avocado in there. I don't know.
They go even further if you put avocado slices on them. It'd be really hard to freaking roll them.
It'd be like a lot of fat in there.
I don't know.
I mean, you could change the rice. Like, you could not make the fried rice if you want. And it would make this a million times easier to put together.
That's true. Buy some sushi rice and make it,
like bring it out, like cook it, and then like let it stay kind of warm. Because if it's warm slightly, it might burn your hands. But like dip your hands in cold water, and then pack it down in there. it'll stick together way better. Sushi rice, because it's short grain or medium grain, it has a lot of starch in it, and especially like if it's fresh, it'll stick to itself. This type of rice is long grain, so it doesn't really stick to itself very well anyways. And we fried it, so we tried to make it individual grains. It didn't. You could change I would change the rice if you want to do this like legit, but I think it's really good with fried rice. Just give it a shot. Even if you don't want to roll it up, just put it in a bowl and eat it. It's really good together.
Okay. Rating, I'd say like 1,000,000 stars, right?
Yeah, this is like awesome. I'm trying not to eat another one because I know I'm going to get sick if I eat this other one.
Many?
I'm really full right now.
Oh, really? All right.
No, I'm going to eat part of it.
What about, okay, serving size? This is what you said. We had some rice left. So what you saw on the plate was half of what he made.
Yeah, it was half the Spam. I think it was probably about half the rice. I lost a lot of rice on the counter trying to roll these up.
It was everywhere. I don't know.
That's going to be fun to clean up in a minute.
It's all over the place. And then would you change anything if you did this next time?
Maybe on the fried rice, back off on the salt level a little bit. Or actually, for this, the sauce we made in the pan, use like low sodium soy sauce maybe. Or use less sodium Spam, so it won't be as salty.
Right, yeah.
Because they make ones that aren't as salty.
Okay.
That would help if you're like overwhelmed by the salt. But I like it. That's why I got a root beer to wash it down.
So then, would you make this again?
Yeah, definitely. I'd have to want to make a lot of them though, because
it's kind of fiddly.
Yeah, I'd like to make a batch of them, then like maybe freeze them. I don't know if they'll freeze well. I've never froze sushi.
Or you could be like little burritos.
Or I could just eat them over the week. Just pull one out and eat them.
They'd be like little burrito snacks. That's pretty good.
These are my power bites.
That's a pretty good idea. I like that. Yeah. So that was Spam Musubi. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Go check out our other videos. We have taco spaghetti, hash brown casserole, chicken sog, red beans and rice, ultimate vegetarian burritos. What else? I don't know.
Yeah, ultimate vegan pizza.
Go check out our other videos. You're going to love them, I promise. From our hearts to yours. From our kitchen to yours. And scene.
I just got and that's the power of pine salt, baby. That was in my head after you said that. I don't know why.
All right. Is it hot in here, or is it just food dudes? I don't know. Those food dudes sure are dreamy. Oh, you should really check this other food dudes. Oh my God, no. Ooh, it's so hot in here. Oh Lord.